Hi, I'm Lily, and I'm a transgender woman. Most days it is a little bit difficult to be transgender and out in the world. You always get looks. I knew something wasn't right, I just didn't know what. There wasn't very much information available to me as a child about being transgender and what that means. And when there was information readily available to me, it was pretty openly mocked. Oh, there were tons of hints early in my life that probably could have been used as signs to that I was transgender. I never played with any of the manly boy toys, as it were. Like dressing up when I was super little, and I would do that quite a lot. One time I was dressing up and our neighbour came in, laughed his ass off at me wearing a dress, and I went in my room, and I think that was the last time that I dressed up for a very long time. Yeah, when I finally hit puberty, I knew that the changes I was going through were not for me, but I also didn't know what was for me. My parents' opinion on gender as I was growing up was very, very binary, and there was no crossing those lines. So when I did finally come out, it wasn't easy for them to accept. And it's been at least a year and a half since they've known who I am, and they have yet to make any progress, to be honest. My dad might have, but yeah, I'm not sure. My parents did not react in the best of ways when I finally did come out. Admittedly, I could have done it a little bit cleaner. I could have been a little bit nicer, but at that point, just so much stress had been building up inside me because I had to deny who I was around them. Eventually, it came to a head one day. They'd really been getting on my nerves, and I was like, Mum, look, I'm transgender. I'm a girl. I'm just gonna go in the other room, put me things on, and yeah, that's the deal. And she was like, "You're joking, right?" And then the smile wore off her face real quickly, and she was like, "What?" And it was, that was an odd day. On my 21st birthday, I really desperately wanted to come out to my friends and family in, honestly, a fun way. Just to be like, yo folks, guess what? I'm trans. But Mum and my sister, actually, they were crying on her bed. Oh, woe is me, woe is me. My child is dead, was what she actually told me that night. She's like, she straight up invented another child that could die. Yeah, so they convinced me not to come out and have fun with it, and that it was a very serious and sad thing to be yourself. So I ended up not coming out that time to my family. I instead just waited until all of my family had left and just came out to my close friends that were still there. And they were all more than okay with it. When I finally did come out to my family, not a single one of them had a problem. Yeah, funny. Before I moved out, there were months and months of build-up of tension between me and my parents. Things were not going well between us. Mum and I would constantly clash. When I did move out, I moved quite a way ways, honestly, for the better of my health. I ended up moving in with Donna and Peter Hocroft, and by just witnessing how they interacted with each other and their family, Yeah, things are much better there.
I first heard of Lily, I was just upstairs minding my own business, and Chelsea came up and said, "Dad," and she said that her friend Lel had been thrown out of home, had been given a week to go and had nowhere to go, and could she possibly come and stay with us? And I thought for about 10 seconds, said yes, because Lel was a really good friend of Chelsea, helped her. We could only do the same.
Yeah, she stayed with us as long as she needed to get herself on her feet. It's been a learning curve for us, and we've stumbled across the way, and sometimes we don't use our pronouns the right way, or sometimes we don't say things exactly right. But I think Lily knows we try our hardest and the intentions are there. While Lily was staying with us, she had her 21st birthday. And 21st birthdays are, it's a coming of age. It's when you go from being a child to being an adult. And I wanted to give Lily a present. And I bought her a bunch of flowers. And in those flowers, in that bouquet, there was some lily buds in those flowers. And I pointed those out to her and I said, those are lily buds and they're going to grow and they're going to blossom and they're just like you. They're going to be beautiful. We've seen a huge change in Lily since she first came to stay with us. I hate to play amateur psychologist, but the old Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the first thing you need to make sure you've got in place is your food and shelter and all that sort of stuff before you can start building on other things. And I think she's really fine-tuned herself. She's got heaps of confidence. She's got her friends. She's started uni. She's working. She's, expanding her friendship group. She's meeting lots of new people.
Oh, at work, when I first moved up here, I knew who I wanted to be and everything. I transferred stores. I work at a local supermarket and they've got a branch up here. So I just transferred to that one and everything was going good. I was going to talk to my new boss on my first day about me being transgender and what my name is and all that. But they called me in early. So my first shift, I was absolutely on edge because everyone was calling me by my dead name and made sure to learn it so that they could get it right and not insult me. It wasn't until my next shift that I did tell my new boss about that and they were like, oh shit. And everything got changed quite quickly and it was all very smooth. They legally couldn't change my name on the payslip, obviously, because, well, yeah, that makes sense. But once I do get that changed, that will also be changed there. And yeah, they were really supportive of me, honestly. It felt good to see my name on my name tag when they finally got that to me. It didn't take too long, but it was a good feeling. I was finally going to be called by my name.
So we suggested to Lily, when she was not knowing what to do, that there were places like Headspace and to look them up to find help. And so Lily actually went there and she got all the information that she needed.
Headspace has honestly been immensely helpful with my transition. They've allowed me to see one of their psychs, and that has helped with the emotional side of things. And they've also it's allowed me access to the medication that I need.
So my name's Lynette Peary. I work at Headspace as a volunteer, as a co-facilitator of the LGBTI young people group. So it's a great space for people to meet each other. Yeah, look, I think it can be a really stressful time for people coming out, and if people have a great experience and feel accepted straight up, it's going to be, it helps them be resilient and buoyant for the times when that's not going to be the case. But when that's not the case, people can be, rejected from family, kicked out of home, So some really sad and awful sort of situations can happen.
HRT or hormone replacement treatment is just that. It's not replacing, it's giving you more hormones to both counteract your natural and, well, give you the ones you want. Yeah, hips are getting wider, body's getting the curves that I would love to have. Slowly, but I'm getting there, and it's going really well. If someone else was going through the same thing, I just want them to know that if they're in a toxic situation, get out of there, and then you can start being yourself. I feel amazing and beautiful now that I'm Lily. I feel like myself.